Good afternoon, grade 6. How is going? I hope all of you are doing well. And today, let's start a new lesson, lesson 4, chapter 2. So here we go. And as you know, before starting our session, we should know at the end of this session, you'll be able to identify the states of matter. How many states of matter? Differentiate between the particles, movement and arrangement in each state. How the particles arrange or the movement of particles in each state. Student book A, page 134. You can open your student book now with me. And very important vocab during the whole lesson: condensation, evaporation, kinetic energy, sublimation, water vapor. I think we talked these words before, but this lesson will use these words. So now, what do you know about how particles move? How the particles in any matter move? Okay, so first of all, we have to know how many states of matter. We have gas, liquid, and solid. So how particles move? Particles move according to the type of its matter. So the motion of particles in liquid different from solid, different from gas. So like my phone now, it's solid. So I can see the particles move like liquid. So maybe the particles move slowly at its place, okay? But can vibrate without moving from its place. So let's know more. The particles stay close together and move slowly, so we even don't feel this motion, okay? So again, solid particles, they are tight bind to each other, very strong bond between each other, so the particles stay close together and move slowly. What about liquid? Particles in a liquid might move more quickly and more spaced out. So we can pour liquid from one place to another because particles can move, okay? And here in gas, particles in a gas might move even more quickly and even more spread out. So we couldn't catch the gas with our hands because the particles move very quickly. So again, what are the three states of matter? We have solid, liquid, and gas. Solid, liquid, and gas. So could you give me examples for solid, liquid, and gas in our daily life? Who knows? Yes, Jenna Gaber.
Be water. Liquid could be water.
Liquid like water, yeah.
And solid could be like a desk.
Like a desk, solid like a desk, yes.
And gas, the air that we breathe.
Okay. Yes, thank you so much, Jenna. Okay. Who can tell me another examples for solid, liquid, and gas? Hi, Yusuf. You write your name. Nariman?
Yes.
Yes, Nariman. Okay. Give me another example.
Liquid like juice.
Liquid like juice.
Solid, yes. And solid like a chair.
Chair.
And the gas like carbon dioxide.
Like carbon dioxide gas. Thank you so much, Nariman and Jana. So in our lesson, we should know how the particles move and arranged in each state. So we'll take this part only today. So you can open page 134 and complete this table together. Describe water in each state of matter. So as we know, that water can be solid, liquid, or gas. So solid in the form of ice. So if we want to describe ice, maybe it's clear or white, maybe sticky to touch. Okay, if you touch ice, maybe it's sticky. Okay. Liquid, water as a liquid. If you want to describe, clear, flows downhill, fits the shape of any container. It means takes the shape of its container. Water as a gas, which is called water vapor, and it's invisible, we can see it. But during boiling, we can see the steam, okay? But finally, it's invisible, we couldn't see the gas. So you can complete this table in your book. You can write your own description. Okay, let's continue. So we have practice, page 135. And these practice, how do solids, liquids, and gas compare? If we want to compare between solids, liquid, and gas, from our knowledge, what we can do. And number one, identify or complete the table, list 5 or more examples of materials for each state of matter, as you said, and you gave me examples for solid, liquid, and gas. So solids may be wood, metal, plastic, glass, you said chair, desk, right? Any examples for solid? Liquid, like water, vinegar, juice, milk, vegetable oil. Gas, like oxygen, carbon dioxide, air, steam, which is called water vapor, and helium, like helium in balloons. So you can write the examples if you want to write it. And the first question, guys, who can answer me? How do solids, liquid, and gas compare? If you want to make a table and compare between them, who can share me? Yes, Homer. Yes, Homer.
By their matter, we compare them by their matter. The thing they're in.
By their particles. So how we can differentiate between them? If we want to describe solid, liquid, and gas, how we can write it or describe it? Yes,
We can list like things from solid and liquid and gas, like 5 things from each of them, and we can compare from them.
So if I want to compare the particles in solid and liquid, as we said at the beginning of the session, that the particles, they are close to each other in solid and move slowly. So we even couldn't feel this motion. While liquid can move, okay, from one place to another, these particles, so we can pour liquids or juice from one container to another. While gas, the particles in gas can spread out, okay, and can move very quickly, so we couldn't touch the gas. So it's one way to compare between them. We will continue now how we can compare between the 3 states of matter. Okay, so describe on a sheet or of a paper, write down properties that all materials in each list have in common. So it's this question in the practice, the practice. So If you have paper now, you can bring it and copy and write the properties that all materials in each list, okay, have in common. So wood, desk, window, what's common between them? Water, milk, what's common between them? Okay, let me see. Yes, Omar. Yes, you want to share?
About what materials? Down properties
The
that only
materials
I
which
can.
written in the table, in the previous table. See, this one. Sorry. Oh, this table, okay? We have wood, metal, plastic, glass. So if you want to find the properties common between all of them, so they are solids. So their particles
Yeah.
cannot move, okay? Because the
Yes.
wood particles not move, metal particles not move, plastic particles
Plastic and
move.
glass and dirt and mud and different
Yes.
things like this.
So you knew now how we can find the common properties, okay, or the different properties. So if we want to talk about properties, first of all, we should write the shape or the motion of particles, okay? Number one. So let's continue how we can write it. So this is our lesson to find, okay, here this table describes, so you can write it now with me. So we want to differentiate between solid, liquid, and gas. Number one, in the arrangement of particles, as we said, the particles close to each other, close together in solid. Close, yani we say intermediate in liquid, and far apart from each other in gas. So you can write here close together in liquid, you can write intermediate because also particles of liquid can move. So we can pour water from one container to another. Okay, what about the arrangement here too? As you can see in this picture for solid particles, they are regular pattern. Okay, arranged in regular pattern. In liquids, arranged in randomly, so they can move. Okay, and number three, gas random arrangement. So the arrangement here, you can see the particles here in solid, regular, random, and random in liquid and gas. And here the movement of particles, So we here, like my pen, okay, I can see the movement of particle, but we write it's vibrate on the spot. Vibrate like vibrations up and down, but at the same place. And we couldn't feel it, okay? Just write vibrate. Liquids move around each other, like this picture. The particles move around each other, so you can check the liquids. Gas move quickly in all directions. So here, fine, we wrote the arrangement of particles and the movement of particles. So this is the aim of our lesson today, to find what the difference or what the similarities between the three states of matter in the arrangement of particles and the movement of particles. Okay, let's continue. Matter contains moving particles. Okay, page 135. So in this picture, we can see ice, which is water, and liquid water, which is water too. So ice and water, its particles or atoms, H2O, two hydrogen atoms and one oxygen atom. But why this ice is solid and liquid water is liquid? It's due to the arrangement of particles. So, according to the arrangement of particles, it's give the type of matter, or tell us the type of matter, solid, liquid, or gas. So let's see, the ice and liquid water have the same atoms, hydrogen and oxygen. The changes of state do not affect the kind of atoms in a substance. If you want to freeze liquid water to be ice, doesn't change the type of atoms or the kind of atoms, but it changes the arrangement of particles of atoms, okay? Also, solids have particles that are attached. Liquids have particles that move past each other, one another, okay? Move around each other. And gas have particles that spread out. This is the arrangement of particles or atoms inside each state. Think about what you know about the properties of solid, liquid, and gas. Predict the speed of particle movement in each state. Page 135. So you can complete the table. So solid, the movement, okay, maybe slow, medium, or fast. So solid movement particles, it's slow, okay, slow. You couldn't see it, just vibrate on the spot. Liquid, the motion of particles, medium, while gas, fast. Particle movement is fast. You can write down page 135, guys. You can complete this table. Okay, let's continue. Atoms in solid, liquid, and gas, page 136. So, you know that the properties of matter are determined by the atoms it's made of. According to the atoms and the arrangement, it determines its type. So, recall the two properties of a solid are. So what are the two properties for solid? Number one, it has a fixed volume and fixed shape. So if I move this pen from one place to another, it will be the same shape, the same volume. So it has, we say, fixed volume and fixed shape. The particles that make up a solid move very slowly. So the motion of particles move very slowly, vibrate on the spot. Number three, they are connected by chemical bonds. So this plastic, it's polymer, as we talked before, and the atoms attach to each other by chemical bonds. Like a glue, as we said, chemical bond like glue, which stick two things together. Number four, the particles vibrate back and forth, but do not change places, like up and down, but do not change places. So you have task, okay? Create a chart. Sorry, I can't see what's written here. Yes, okay, it's better. So create a chart to summarize the properties of solid, liquid, and gas. So if I want to tell you to make a chart, to make a table, and summarize the properties of solid, liquid, and gas, it's your task to do it. Like the table we said before. Like this table. So I want to do it alone. And let's summarize it again. So solid, its shape has its own shape. Contact between particles. Particles are connected by chemical bonds. Liquid takes the shape of the container and particles move around each other and change location. Gas takes the shape of the container. Contact between particles, their only contact is when particles bump into each other. The particles contact each other when filled in a container or cylinder, like oxygen cylinder. So in this case, a large pressure on these particles. So in this case, they can contact each other. Okay. So to summarize what we took this session, we identified the states of matter. We said that we have 3 states of matter: solid, liquid, and gas. Then we differentiated between the particles' movement, and arrangement in each state. Okay, so our homework: make research on the difference between the 3 states of matter. The same task, okay? Find the difference between the 3 states of matter. You can put pictures, you can make table, chart, anything you want. Okay, love this one. As you like, it's open. And now time for questions. If you have any question, you can ask me now. Yes? Okay. Do you have any question, guys? So, thank you so much for your sharing. And I hope you got it. Thanks for watching, guys, and see you next session. Enjoy this video. Bye.